We got ourselves Chase Windwalker over for Team 1. We got ourselves Damn on that team. We got ourselves Tunch gonna be first up as a Fury Warrior. I boss ready to go. I boss it. And Beggar making return, my man. How you doing? Liking the mug. I don't know about that helm, but I see what you were trying to go for, like all red. Gonna be Athaman first up versus the Warrior. Gonna be immediate bubble. Tunch looking for that shatter and throw. Athaman potentially looking for that CC to follow up. Tunch does still hold on to Trick it. Athaman looks, is you playing Night Fate? Are you playing the cheesy Night Fate one-shotter? You may be. I saw some Night Fate shenanigans out of there for a second. What is that thing? Gonna be Night Fate. Ah, Athos, a long boy started to Tunch. I think he's trying to see if he can make one-shot him. Looking for a big one bang go. Tunch needs himself a bit of recovery. Athaman tried to give himself a little bit of health as well. But looks like that wasn't even wings out of Athos. That was just a proc wings. Tunch did pop a friends of regen, but he doesn't capitalize on the healing. Gonna be a Tunch with a full regen though. Doesn't even need the regeneration. He just go regenerate behind the corner. All by him lonesome. My goodness, I forgot that Xandas had that, man. I remember when that first came out, when Xandas first were available in BFA, all the paladins went Xanda because they would just bubble and go full regenerating, or bob and go full regenerating. There was so much amount of healing. Nowadays, like, it's a cool ratio, but it's like very limited use. Mad damage on him, that's a huge burst. Oh my goodness, my man, Atho just came in, slapping some big damage onto the Warrior in a single stun, just locking him out for just 2 globals. That's what he saved wings for. Are you? Were you playing? You're Night Fae, I know, but like I don't think you were Summer Blessing there, were you? Yeah, you were Frost Blessing. That was all burst inside of a Frost Blessing, where Frost Blessing just adds more frost damage on top of all the damage you do. They buffed it recently, so maybe that's why it's so good. Beggar trying to see maybe if you can whittle down Atha, get a shot to follow. Disarm right after. Doesn't want to give this man an opportunity to really play the game. Atha with a bit of that Aegis Trinket to give himself a little bit of that magic damage offset. Beggar still holding on to that Flash Guy shield, but it's going to be slowed down by Atha. Quick kid to show, quick camera justice, Beggar trickets out of it, trying to see if he can break the shackles. Athaman potentially could press a Bob right here as a Vendetta does come out. May want to Bob right this. That's going to be a Bob to remove the Vendetta, remove all the dots, remove all the blades, but did have to burn himself a big defensive. Does have to go for a little bit of self-survivability. I think maybe should have used that Bob as soon as he saw Vendetta. I think it's not a bad move, honestly, because that is a pretty big offensive ability. Beggar trying to see if he can lock down Atha. Atha with a Hodge, full Summer Blessing, potentially taking him out. I think maybe wiping Beggar out. Cheat death. Oh, Atha with that full Summer Blessing at the ready. In cap by Chase, but Atha's bubbling just 4 seconds. You still live long enough. Can you survive it? Bubble right now. Oh my god, the bubble was right there. Chase getting hit with a blind Jesus, trying to see if he can lock him down with the remorseless winter. Going to be a grippy hand immediately. Chase getting hit with a stun. Does trick it out of it right after. Trying to see if he can pop every defensive. Going to be disarmed to the death that his sounds comes out. Second stun to follow him. Grippy hand still doing work. Going to be immediate karma. Looks like the death that is not deterred. Going to be a ring of peace. Trying to see if he can just walk out of it. Whole dragon going to set down to Chase, but he's going to back up out of it completely. That's going to be a flash cut out for Chase. Trying to see if he maybe can get himself a bit of recovery. Zoen up onto the Death Knight. Does have images available, so actually could go with images and Zoen and get some damage on Jesus. See if he can maybe get himself big procs. Fist of Fury flying, big old kick to follow. Whirling Jacket Puncher after Jesus having to play very defensively. IBF getting used to you really early, keeping the chains, shackles onto Chase, but the man, as a monk, is able to break those fairly easily. Gonna be the ghoul coming in to try to help, only to be sacrificed into a big green pulp for Jesus to consume. As Chase continues to chase after Jesus, dropping down to BDB. Just dropping on Brew and just going, oopsies. Leg sweep with a Fist of Fury onto Jesus. Got himself that death back in order to give himself a little bit more longevity. Gonna be a blind and Chase, trying to get himself a bit of a stun. Is disarmed for a moment, but can potentially still make something happen using that stun defensively. I think he was trying to go for a bit of a disarm with the stun and go for some damage, but not having a stun right now. Not having a full proper stun is just gonna be killer. Alessandro up next, trying to see if I'm able to make a big comeback. Atha popped off, man. 2 people down by Atha. Blasting him out with that Night Fae. Kind of love the fact that you were able to get not only bursted with Blessing of Summer, which was expected, but you also got a pretty big burst with a Blessing of Winter, which is surprising. Is Winter that good now? Because I know they buffed it by quite a bit, where a portion of percentage damage is frost damage, but like, there's no way it's that good now, right? I mean, maybe it is. The broken blind? Yeah, it's all good, all good. Yeah, at that point, all you can do is break blind and hope that none of the abilities break blind. Like, just hit them with most of it to just kind of pray that none of them breaks. Because if you get any gaps between blind and stun, it's just brutal. Chase actually getting blasted out by Alessandro. Gonna be BDB dropped down next to the Paladin. Does he have a forbearance on him? Trying to see if he can blast that Chase. Got himself one more hammer to go. Oh, got himself the long range hammer from 10 yards away. Just Tempa's verdict of that guy. Or last verdict him rather. Gonna be full pets up and running for iBoss, trying to see if he can drop down the army of undeath. Alessandro with a quick bubble, but the man cannot escape the death itself. It literally surrounds him. He got a safety bubble for just a handful of seconds. Blind onto all of these pets as Alessandro trying to give himself a little bit of recovery. A-bomb dropping in. This is why iBoss is trying to see if he can cut him out into all these pets. Grippy hand to follow. Alessandro got nothing except for heals. But looks like the light just couldn't keep him afloat. Gonna be Helliana trying to go for a quick road onto iBoss unless he just randomly death decays. Gonna be Helliana trying to go for a bit of a slow double tap, big aim shot to follow. Trying to see if he can just aim shot at iBoss after a death shock him. iBoss is trying to see if he can IBF and big death strikes as he gets big hits from Helliana. Able to recover so much health. The harder you get hit as a Death Knight, the more health you can recover in a single death strike. Gonna be a bit of that death pack to try. Wasn't counting on his health to be able to take the brunt of that next barrage of aim shots. So he decided just to give himself a little bit extra health to work with. Sandra Helliana with an immediate trinket. The hunter trying to see if he can disengage out of it with a slow one to iBoss, but the man cannot be deterred. Helliana with a quick feint death for a second, just trying to give through some of the buffs. Wall to follow, got himself a bit of rapid fire, but I think he's just stuck out in the open. And iBoss looking for that big old cleaver damage with Huge Buttman loaded up and ready to go. I like how Huge Buttman has been upgrading his Mog, dude. He's been getting more epic and more epic as the night went on. Like, I think he's basically just reaching, he's ascending little by little. And eventually he's going to have literal ascendance ready. Is he still playing Ascendance Lego? He must be, right? Full armor that to join in. iBoss taking a lot of damage. Light down to follow with a big blast by the earth, by the fire alley. And the meteor coming down. Huge Buttman trying to see if he can knock back Dam. But he's going to trinket out of the sun immediately. He needs to get himself a flame shock onto Dam. Get himself all the damage back to back. All those procs. The earlier he can get him, the better. Damn, trying to see if he might be able to get a couple of grenades around the corner versus Huge. Big Earthshack to follow. Doesn't crit like he wanted him to. Wall not available for Huge anymore, so he may have to rotate into Earth Elemental. He needs to get himself some healing. Damn, try to catch up some healing as well, but the Flame Sharks are going to keep him rolling. Try to go for a bit of a Haymaker versus the Hunter, but it's going to be a Lasso to lock him out on the other side. Huge Buttman definitely needs to go for either damage or needs to go for more healing. Try to see maybe you can like lava bursts happen. Damn, did feint death for a second. Does give himself a bit of a damage reduction on a bunch of those lava bursts. Earth Elementals available. Does give Huge Buttman a little bit more of a survivability. Trying to get a lava burst, but it's going to be Turtle. Damn, did not want to find out if that's going to be a big proc of lava burst or not. Just didn't want to find out. Huge does have a grounding totem in case he wants to maybe potentially set himself up where he can avoid a freezing trap. Damn, needs to get himself some kind of CC on the Huge or feint death. Got himself freezing trap around the corner. Earth Elemental eats it. This is where Huge Buttman just needs to get himself one big lava burst. And Damn is out in the open. Can't really do much about it. Can Huge get himself a proc? He got himself Flame Sharks rolling. Next lava burst could be deadly. Does he get one? Looks like maybe not. Lighted Lasso at the end. Does he clutch it? Oh, he does clutch it. Oh, I was going to say for a second. Does he get himself a lava burst or does he clutch a lasso? Oh my god, he clutched it at the end. Well done, my boy. Oh my goodness, boys. Love these kind of duels, man. Love this kind of duels. Hell yeah.